Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and it's the long and awaited manga collection tour. So as you can see behind me, I have a shared bed, and you know that little like awkward like section. This is literally the bed section. Oh my god. And ignore that. That is just like a bunch of like clothes just hanging. But you can already see some manga peeking out. Now I've already separated into three different categories: shoujo section, and then shonen section, and then yuri miscellaneous. Let's just get right into it with the yuri and miscellaneous. We're gonna go from small series all the way to the longest series, and you guys already know I'm on my BL game. Okay, I may have physical copies, but in my brain, in my digital library, I have a bunch more. But let's get into it. So this section we have, I don't really collect a lot of yuri manga because I haven't seen any good physical copies. I do read more of like yuri manhwa and web series, like Murmur. So if you have any good yuri, please comments. I already know Citrus. Okay, so first up, the most iconic yuri that's been popping up and it's been popping off, we have Green Yuri. So far I only have volumes 1, 2, and 3. I plan on collecting the rest, but as of now I think only 1, 3 are out physically, and maybe like I should go read it digitally just to like catch up on everything, but I kind of like waiting and then getting physical copy and then just reading it all like right there. One thing that I love about this manga, with like out of all the mangas, including BL, shonen, shoujo, everything, because it has the iconic green. Have you ever seen a style where it's literally just straight up green inside? Like it's the iconic color, and like the pupil color, you have the whole background. Green is the color. Like I'm usually not a lime green type of girl, but Green Yuri actually kind of making me like this color green, so props to them. We have, I really don't know if this is either slice of life or shoujo or BL. It's kind of giving BL and I said shoujo. It's kind of giving shonen and BL, but at the same time I know it's not BL because it doesn't really emphasize it. But we have Centaurs. This is literally about centaurs, but and the art is magnificent, you know, like anatomy, quality, it's just absolutely breathtaking. This is a story about basically a wild centaur gets, you know, captured. It's giving Spirit. If you guys have watched Spirit the Stallion, it's giving that. But then we have this other horse centaur that's basically been captive for like a long time and has learned to obey, but really he's just being cunning and smart about his choices, and basically those two are like trying to escape and all that stuff. But yes, next, the pile that we have is shonen. So I've been actually collecting shonen for like a while, since I was like in middle school, but I didn't like also collect them because a lot of shonen had like
big ass, long ass
volumes and books, and at the time I did not have money, and I also went through a phase where I kind of just didn't want to do manga anymore. But let me tell you, Fairytail, okay, Fairytail was my first shonen anime, and it's also the first manga that I've ever bought. Well, my dad bought for me when I was a kid. We went to San Francisco, and the library, the manga library bookstore, was selling so much manga, and I saw Fairytail. I was like, I have to get this. And so this is a pretty high sentimental value item that I own because it holds a lot of memory, and it's also one of my first few animes I've ever watched in my entire life. Like when I tell you this has so much memories, like I took it to school with me every day. This is my lucky charm. And like not only that too, but like I also like colored in, and like people would be like, oh Annabelle, like let me read your manga. And most times if it people that I fuck with, I'd be like, sure, go ahead. But then there's people that I was like, yeah, no, then I wouldn't let them read it because hello, this is my prized possession. Why would I give it to you? You know what I'm saying? And this is only one copy. It's not like they were going to take it back to San Francisco. Next, we have Ravemaster. So from what I know, Ravemaster is actually Hiro Mashima's like one of like the first mangas that I think he made, and this was before Fairytail, if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong. You guys can correct me in the comments below, but yes, Ravemaster. So I actually got this as a gift from my friend back in elementary school, and she was telling me, she's like, oh my god, you read manga, like I got you, you can have this one. I was like, are you sure I can have it? And she's like, yeah, I got it for free at the public library, so you can just have it. I was like, oh girl, say less, thank you so much, like what the heck. So I have Ravemaster, and she also gave me another one, and it's shoujo, and it's actually by the same creator as On High School Host Club, which I fell in love with even more. But ever since then, I just never continued or even like put in the effort to go search for the rest of the series. So, but maybe I'll do that now because I'm more of an adult. This series I got, like, my parents paid for it. This is the second time ever in my lifetime that I ever got like manga from my parents, and it is Tokyo Ghoul. Like, come on. Back then, it was like also an iconic anime, a classic even. I only have 1, 2, and 3, and that reason being is when anime actually started getting big, Walmart sold like manga for the first time. It was the first time that I saw Walmart ever sell manga. So when I saw them sell Tokyo Ghoul, I was like, what the go ahead, give me some right now. So then I ended up just buying all 3 volumes that they had over there, and I would always just go to the book. I just remember going through all the book sections at Walmart all the time whenever my parents went, and just be like, I'm gonna go to the book section, I'll see you, just call me. My manga has such a close, dear heart to me, bro. Like, you don't even understand. Like, it's literally what I grew up with, and it's literally what my family grew up with as well. The next shonen is Hell Paradise. So I actually saw my friend Sunshine, shout out to Sunshine Vu. She is also a manga collector and also a health and beauty and makeup YouTuber. I'll link her channel in the descriptions, and I'll also put it here on the screen. But she was actually reading Hell's Paradise, and I saw in her video, and I was just like, that looks interesting. Then I found it at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this. I do want to collect the rest of Hell's Paradise though, because it's actually so good, and I actually love the characters and the art style. It's just up my alley. I'm pretty easy when it comes to like aesthetics and storyline. I'm pretty easygoing, but as long as the art's pretty, as long as the characters have good character, personality, and good morals, and have a good, plot going on, you'll have me hooked. Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is my favorite. When I say favorite, I mean even more favorite than Bleach and Fairytail. This is my favorite anime of all time. I'm not gonna collect all the manga for JJK. I'm actually gonna collect the volumes that, 1, have my mans in it, or 2, have my man in the pages. And when I mean by my man, I mean Choso. Because Choso is my dream man. He's my ideal man, and he's anemic. Well, he's not anemic, but I mean I'm anemic, so he has something to do with blood. Honey, you damn know we are a match made in heaven. So that's my man. And oh shit, Record of Ragnarok. So you guys already seen me post shorts about these. Like I said, it's gonna be the same with JJK. I'm only gonna be collecting the manga volumes that have my favorite characters in it, or have my man in it, which is Hades, Buddha, and Shin. And there are more characters that I like, but I think my main favorite characters is Buddha and Hades. Like, those two are like my favorite. So yes, Record of Ragnarok. I watched the anime. I loved it. Am I gonna like just go read the manga instead? Maybe, but for now I'm just gonna stick to the anime. So yes, Record of Ragnarok. My next shonen series, I have Gokurakugai. Gokurakugai. This is, now when I tell you, when this first came out digitally, I was obsessed. Okay, Yuto-san is by far one of my favorite manga artists, because the way that the art style, the render, like you can tell like a lot of thought was put into all the details. And not to mention her, I forget everyone's names, girl. I have bad memory. She is such a baddie. She's my favorite. Like, she's such a baddie. Like, like,
Mommy, what?
like, she is elite. I absolutely love this chick. She is amazing. But yeah, as I said, Yuto-san has really good art style, and I'm obsessed with it. And here we have it, the physical copies. I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at that. The hair, the character design, the outfits, the render. Oh my god! I'm a slut for good art. Gachiakuta. Yeah, I have volumes 1 through 10, except for 9. I mainly got, let me see. I got volume 3, and then I got the rest as Christmas presents last year, 2025. And then I recently bought volume 10. And girl, as much as he is the bad guy and he's the villain, he's fine. He's fine, and he's gross and disgusting for eating that cockroach, but he's fine. Okay, that's all I can say. That was a lot of manga, but girl...